Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Build a House, where we are building the night, our nocturnal house that is growing steadily. In last week's episode we created the first backstage area and also one more habitat for the Tasmanian devil this time. So we have 3 habitats on the left bottom side right now. One for the fennec fox, one for the kiwi birds, and one for the Tasmanian devils now. Here you can see the backstage area, which I really do love very much. It's everything that I wanted, and yeah, I'm absolutely happy with it. I also do love the habitat for the Tasmanian devils, even though if you look at the animals, the Tasmanian devils are pretty small, and it seems that the habitat is pretty big for 2 of them. But yeah, if you build something by using the what Planet Zoo says that the animals would need space-wise, then this is actually pretty close to not okay for being a little bit too small for the animals. But yeah, they are happy overall. So we haven't deselected any animal needs or whatever. All the animals that we do have here in the house are happy and their needs are fulfilled almost completely. So in today's episode we are going to do some things. First of all, we are going to build the feeding kitchen. I hope this is the correct word in English, because I didn't find something that matches the German word Futterküche, where the food for the animals is prepared. So as I was googling it, it said feed kitchen, which felt a little bit awkward, so I decided to call it feeding kitchen. But you can leave me a comment and tell me what the correct word in English would be for that, because I doubt that it would be feeding kitchen. But yeah, just let me know. Okay, that is the first part that I'm creating in today's video, and afterwards we are going to have another habitat, which is going to be one of the walkthrough exhibits that I told you about that I wanted to include in here, and it's for the spectacled flying fox. Yeah, it's the spectacled flying fox that is going to be right next to the feeding kitchen. Yeah, I'm coming to that in just a minute, but it was a little bit complicated to put the actual exhibit in there. I made it work, but yeah, it wasn't that easy. So, and after we did the feeding kitchen and the habitat for the flying foxes, we are also going to have something like a little bit of a scenery piece inside the house, so that the whole floor here in this area is not too empty. We're also going to have another seating area, so yeah, there's that. So lots of things are going to happen in today's episode. Once again, not just one habitat, but a little bit of scenery and the feeding kitchen as well. And we're starting with that one. I already had some ideas by creating the backstage area last week, what I wanted to include in here. I wanted to have some shelves in here, some tables where the food is going to be prepared. I also wanted to have a sink in there, so where you can wash the food or wash the dishes. Wash the material that you prepare the food with, like knives and stuff like that. And yeah, so we're going to have this table right in front of here. There's going to be a window where the visitors can actually look right into the feeding kitchen and can see staff member that is standing there preparing food for the animals, for example. I have to include that. I did include the staff member, but I had to remove it. That's also part of the problems that I had with the walkthrough exhibit, because I had a little bit piece of path in here where the staff member was standing on, and that blocked actually the walkthrough exhibit. So I had to remove that, which also means that the staff member disappeared. I hope he's okay. Don't know where he went. That was a little bit difficult, but yeah, in the end everything works, and we just have to get our staff member back in here so that the whole thing looks more realistic. So here's the sink. Using this I don't know the word in English, once more, to create something for the kitchen sink. And here's our tables, and then I created some shelves, also using those metal signs. I really do love them. The texture is great, and they are perfect for such an industrial look. Okay, some more on this side as well. And yeah, that's everything that we need furniture-wise in here. So we're going to have some of these boxes in different colors. That is something that I told you about in last week's episode when I did the backstage area as well, so that you can actually see which box is for which animals, for example. Also some of these here, also in different colors. Some boxes, some smaller ones, cardboard boxes. Yeah, all different kind of stuff to fill in our shelves. Also putting something on the table right in front where our visitors are. And here is the piece of path where I put our staff member onto. That didn't quite work. Because of the exhibit later on. Yeah, put some fruit in here. Oh, and I have to tell you guys, there might be no new episode on Let's Build a House next Monday. Right now, when you are watching the video, I am at the beach at the Canary Islands, so on Gran Canaria, for a week or so. Not or so, it's exactly for a week. And this means I have produced some videos in advance, so like this one here, but I might not be able to create a new video right when I come back from Gran Canaria, which will be on next Saturday, because on Tuesday I'm already leaving once again for a few days in Austria, which is going to be my last holiday this year. So I might not be able to create something new, or if I do so, I might be in a rush, and I don't want to do that. So just so you know, it might be possible that there is no new video of Let's Build a House next Monday, but I'm trying to do my best to be back latest 1 week later. So after a 1 week break, there's definitely going to be new stuff once again. Maybe sooner, but yeah, as I said, I don't want to promise anything and I don't want to rush things just to get a video out. That's not the way that I work. So if I put something out there, I want it to be in the best quality that I can do. Yeah, so feeding kitchen seems to be completed already. Just a few lights in there as well, so once the building is closed with the roof, it's going to be very dark in here, so that we do have some lighting in here that you can actually see that this is the feeding kitchen. We're going to have some light inside, which you could already see, yeah, but on the outside as well. Yeah, here you can see blocked, 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 blocked. No matter where I moved it, it always said it is blocked. So I had to make some changes in here. I had to make the house a little bit bigger on the left side so that we could actually fit the path in there. Here you can already see that I'm going to do that. Just a tiny little bit, like that, and everything will be pretty much fine. So now our keepers are able to go in there to take care of the animals, and yeah, everything is great. Might be that we have the same thing going on the right side of the building. We do have a little bit more space on the right side, but yeah, I just don't know. And for that reason, as I said, I had to remove the path where our keeper was standing on. I just had to figure out what was the problem, why I couldn't place the box down where it was. So it was a multitude of things. So path and yeah, no, mainly it was path issues, and it was also an issue with one of the habitat gates that we already had put in here for the habitat next door, which is going to be for the quokka, where we are going to build next or the week after that. I hope I can put the habitat door back in there somewhere so that the whole thing will work actually. Yeah, but I'm really positive about that. I think it might work. So putting in the door for the habitat on both sides. Yeah, and just putting down some floor plates here as well. I have to be completely honest with you guys, it's not that easy to decorate these walkthrough exhibits, because especially for the flying fox and for the fruit bed that we do have in the game, and might also be for the butterflies, you have all these structures in there that you actually can't delete. You can delete the roof, you can delete the walls and make everything see-through, but you actually can't delete these these metal structures that you do have in here. So you have to come up with some ideas how you can actually hide them a little bit or make it look a little bit more natural. And so this was this was pretty difficult for me, but in the end the habitat will look fine, and I think the flying foxes are happy. They might fly through some of these faux trees that will definitely take place in there, but yeah, in the end they are okay. So putting these wall pieces once again on the backside of the building to make it look a little bit more natural. Yeah, and make the whole habitat look similar to all the other ones that we already have. So nothing new there. So all of the habitats that are here in this house will look the same from the outside. So there's not going to be a different structure. I think it might be a pretty difficult thing to do that once we get to the aardvark, which is not that far away. So once we do the quokka habitat, the next one is going to be for the aardvark. And if you can remember, it is the big round-shaped one. So yeah, I don't know if I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure it will look amazing once it is done, but I also think it's going to be a little bit hard for all the glass pieces we have to put in there, for all the beams and decorational stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a hard one, but yeah, we will manage that, definitely. Yeah, some faux rocks on the backside once again. So that it looks a little bit similar to what we already do have. And the great thing with these walkthrough exhibits, something that I dearly miss for all those smaller exhibits, is that you can delete the walls. You can make them invisible and can be so creative with it. I hope once we will get, and I'm pretty sure we will get Planet Zoo 2 at one point, I hope that there will be a feature for these exhibits that we can actually use them better than we actually can. Because, yeah, I so many times wanted or tried to make those exhibits bigger. So when you put two next to each other and try to combine it in a way and make those glass walls disappear in some way, you can only do so much. And it always looks a little bit awkward and not right, and I hope that they will change this. But I think I told it in my German series, what I think the reason is why this is not coming with any update. That we can remove those glass walls and create our own exhibits, because you do have some animations from the frogs where they sit at the glass walls. So if you would make them disappear, the frogs would float in the air. So this wouldn't make any sense, and I think this might be the reason why we can't remove those glass walls from the smaller exhibits. But we can from the bigger ones, and I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, putting lots of plants in there. I wanted it to look pretty jungly. On the floor, dirt and yeah, soil and sand. I love these ghost trees. They are so beautiful. I wish we had one that was right between the size of this small one and the medium-sized one, so that I could actually put it in here without sinking half of the trunk in the earth. So putting the roof on top of it. And then I think we are done with the habitat. Just putting the lights in here as well. you're going to see that in the nighttime as well in a few minutes, I think. Yeah, I'm trying in the end for the cinematics of the house to sometimes to have it in nighttime mode, sometimes in daytime mode, to mix it up a little bit, I think. So that we're not going to see it all the time at night, but sometimes in day mode as well, so you can see more of the details, I think. That's why I also decided for the thumbnail this time that we're not going to have this one at nighttime mode, because when I'm doing all the thumbnails at nighttime mode, you guys won't see that it's actually a new video, because everything looks so similar. So I changed that up a little bit as well, so that we do have some daytime pictures as well. Yeah, so here I'm creating a huge planter that we do have some kind of a centerpiece in here with some decoration and stuff. I'm going to show you what I do in nighttime mode as well here, because I have some things planned or put down some lighting for those features that I put in here that you're going to see in a few minutes. But you're not going to see the effect that much because the roof is still open. So even if we go into nighttime mode, it's still pretty bright in here. So once the roof will be in completely, you're going to see hopefully what I wanted to create. Using the faux rocks in here. Creating a little bit of a structure. Faux trees as well, of course. And then some real plants in there as well. This part here should feature the area of Oceania, so I'm using most of the Oceanian plants in here to create something like a jungly feeling, a little bit like the Australian bush. I wanted so bad to have one of these eucalyptus trees in here, but yeah, they just wouldn't fit in. Yeah, but these guys always fit. And also these fern trees, I love them. I do love them so much. Yeah, so now we have some of our greatest actors here in the Oceania area. I'm putting down the statues for the kiwi, the wombat, and the Tasmanian devil, which are all nocturnal animals that we do have in here in this area. And I also put down some of these lights that should shine directly on the statues. They don't do right now because, as you can see, it is still very bright, but hopefully once the roof is in, everything will work out fine. Yeah. And with that being said, we are already at the end of today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did so, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and tune in next week or latest the week after that, when we are going to continue to build the night. So thanks for watching. Take care, guys.